The Monday after XFL football has started, and that's Brad Fowler over there, and I'm Sean Wright. And speaking of XFL football, did you watch any of that over the weekend?
I got to watch some of it. I will keep watching as of right now.
The rule changes are interesting.
Yeah.
I never got to see an actual punt while I was watching it, so I don't know how the rule change affects the punts, but there's something about touchbacks and punts. But the kickoff, that was interesting. The backs touchback going to bring the ball to the 35.
Yeah.
Then you've got the
Extra points.
1, 2, or 3. So think about if you got a defensive turnover, you get and you score off like a punt or a pick six or a fumble pickup return for touchdown. You could go for 3 and literally take a 9-point swing.
Oh yeah, that quick. Yeah, 2 plays.
And I'm wondering how strategic that comes down to. I mean, you're no longer playing with an 8-point game is no longer a 1-point possession.
Yeah.
Now a 9-point game is a one possession game.
Yeah.
So it could be very, very interesting to see how that works out. But
There'll be a lot of tough goal line defenses to stop that 2 and 3 point.
And it's a very offensive focused league.
Yeah.
And there's high scoring, big plays. It's not really only for the young.
Right. What's up, Jason Gully?
Jason Gully, what is going on? But I don't think the NFL is the ones who's crying now. So I think that's I think you will see the NFL try to adopt maybe the kickoff thing maybe in a preseason, just try to see how it works. I mean, it's interesting. You got the kickoff from the 30 over here. All the players are lined up on the 30 on the opposite side, and nobody's allowed to move except for the kicker and the returner until the returner has possession of the ball or it hits the ground. So
yeah, that's interesting. There, I didn't actually see a kickoff like that, or if I did, I didn't notice it.
And the one big play that I never saw happen over the weekend. If anybody was watching, write down and let us know if you saw a double forward pass.
Double forward pass.
Yeah, so they're allowed to, as long as the first forward pass is behind the line of scrimmage. So let's say the quarterback takes the snap and throws a screen pass to the wide receiver. Yeah. That's actually a forward pass, not a backwards lateral.
Yeah.
The receiver can then turn up and throw it downfield.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Double forward passes as long as the first forward pass doesn't cross the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
So people will be the receivers will be out there with open arms, just going, throw it to me.
Now that was subtle.
And
just so you know, we've dropped 3 song titles. Who's the group?
Who's the group?
And it's
not
who is the group. It's
who is not the group.
Right.
Speaking of groups, my wife got me tickets to see ZZ Top for Valentine's Day, so that's a good thing.
Yes, always good. And speaking of that, she's watching. She said she hopes we're having a fantastic day.
Yeah, that's what happens when you fall through a deck and you tell your wife, by the way, I've fallen through a deck.
Fallen and I can't get up.
Yeah, so, but no, it's so, the rule changes are interesting. You saw a lot of NFL players and coaches tweeting out saying that, wow, this league is fire. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I think one thing that hurt them before was branding
wrestling
as
with
competition. Well, that too, yeah, but competition to the NFL when it's just another league.
So speaking of competition to big leagues, top 3 today is top 3 sports leagues not in the Big 4. So not NFL, not NBA, not NHL hockey, not NASCAR, not PGA, not MLB. So big competitive sport leagues to the big leagues. And not NCAA, big league NCAA.
Yeah,
professional. So professional sports leagues that aren't one of the big draws.
Okay.
So that's the top 3 today. So I'll be all right without the NFL when the AAF went out of business. Is all right. I'll be all right without you. The XFL I think will actually make the NFL better.
Yeah, I believe so too. If anything, it's going to give them a pool to draft from.
Right.
Players that may have not had a good combine or had an injury their senior year or maybe came out too early, and wasn't quite ready. they get to see them in action, outside of the combine.
And you and I, when we were doing prep for the show, we're talking about the USFL and all the big name players that came out of the USFL back in the day. And it was an opposite league too. So the NFL played in the fall, the USFL played in the spring, and you got just to name a few that we went through: Herschel Walker, Reggie White, Jim Kelly, Steve Young, Warren Moon. I mean, there were some big name players that came out of the USFL that ended up being Hall of Famers on the NFL side.
Reggie White.
Reggie White.
It was a lot.
So that's all interesting stuff. Interesting. Yep. So we'll get to the top three in just a minute. Brad, go ahead and hit that topic next to top three, and then we'll do the top three. And as you can see, it's raining in Middle Tennessee.
Yes. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah.
This will be a car floating by before long.
We're watching for it, and this is why schools keep getting canceled, is because of this rain behind us.
And make sure you're following the correct Twitter account. We found out this morning that somebody created a fake Rutherford County School Twitter account and canceled schools on their own. So make sure that you're following the right one. Hello, Miss Marcia Fowler. Let's see. Do you feel like this is a business that's for only the young?
No, I don't.
No? Okay. I don't either. There's plenty of room for everybody. So make sure you don't stop believing. There's always room for more people here at Century 21 Right Realty. We are yours faithfully.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got a really good thing going on here. So reach out and set up a meeting. Just see what we have to offer. See what the fuss is all about. And see why people are starting to come this way. Century 21 Right Realty. Give us a call.
And don't get wet.
Don't get wet.
Yeah.
You might get your feet wet a little bit, but...
All right, so let's hit this. Top three professional, non-top sports leagues.
Okay.
So number three.
Well, I'll say until it establishes itself, I'm going to say XFL.
Okay, so you're going to go ahead and go with XFL as a top three one right now.
Yeah, and I don't know if this is past, present.
Past, present, future, anything. So
okay. So I think the XFL is doing it better this time. You know, you got a billionaire that owns a company, and he can fund it himself.
And they've got major TV contracts this time.
Oh, yeah, right.
At Fox, ESPN, ABC. Yeah. They've went with the same contracts that the NFL has, so that helps them a lot.
Yeah, you get the ESPN behind you instead of against you or not promoting you. That's going to carry them a long way. But that's the XFL. Until they establish themselves better, they can't be. I don't think they can be higher than 3.
All right, number 3. I'm going to go with the IRL.
Indy Racing
League.
Yep. That's an open wheel.
Open wheel, fast.
Man, they are fast.
And when you watch them in person, I mean, you know they're fast. But, I mean, they pass people at 200-something miles an hour, and there's no rubbing as racing like in NASCAR.
No. Yeah, you can't.
You can't.
It's tire on tire.
It's tire on tire, and, I mean, they...
yeah.
And you don't realize how loud they are until you see them in person either.
Them motors are V8s.
Yeah.
Whining like crazy. But you're talking 0 to 100 in like under
2
6
seconds.
It's
very 5
quick.
seconds.
Yeah. I think you hit 100 miles per hour in second.
Yeah.
You know, it's amazing.
So that's my number 2.
I don't know the name.
Oh, that's my number 3. Number 2 is for you.
The pro basketball that's in Europe, don't they have that?
Oh, yeah. The European Basketball League.
Yeah. So you get a lot of global exposure on that, and it's brought a lot of players out. I saw a cool documentary about the Dream Team and how they, just the whole concept of it. And it brought a lot of global players because they didn't realize how big they were in other countries.
Right.
And so the players that they were just demolishing 102 to 4 were wanting pictures with these guys after the game and stuff. Just wanted to be around.
Can I have your jersey, sir?
Yeah. So, and then from then on, you saw an influx of people coming from other countries.
And now you think about it now, the NBA players are now losing in the Olympics and World Championships. Right. I'm not saying they're not still finishing gold, but they may still end up with the gold at the end of the thing. Right. But they're losing in earlier rounds. The Dream Team never had a team play within 50 of them.
No.
No.
And I don't know. I've not seen the rosters and I don't know the names enough to know who's on there. But I don't know if it's the top echelon of players Or
Well, they have had top
what,
echelon players in the past that have lost still. I
Okay.
mean, like you said, there's been a top echelon team get eliminated.
Yeah.
You
right,
would have
that's
never seen a Jordan Bird
Shoot,
Magic
no.
team get eliminated from anything.
not a chance.
And then you have some NBA players now that are totally just passing going to the World Championships or
Right.
the Olympics because they're too pretty.
Right,
Who
yeah.
knows? I mean,
Because I don't want to lose.
Yeah, I don't wanna lose.
But yeah,
All right.
still, I think it's cool. It gets that global exposure. Some players that had no other way of being seen,
yeah.
have their shot.
So number 2, I'm going to go with a local thing. Matthew Young out of Murfreesboro does a really good boxing promotion out here at the fairgrounds in Nashville. And great boxing. I think he's had a couple of guys that end up going on and winning belts. I think one of the current heavyweight champions holds one of the belts, and he was a fighter.
Wow.
You and I
Wow.
watched him fight that night.
Was it green shoes?
Not green shoes, but we watched a guy that ended up being heavyweight champion fight right here in Nashville.
That's cool.
So
Yeah, they have some good quality fights too. It's not they're pros.
Yeah.
they're doing it right.
they're doing it. It's just not the MGM. I mean, it's
Right,
your
yeah.
normal Saturday night fights. All right, number 1.
Number 1, I got to say USFL because it proved itself. It produced some quality players, and they had the good coaches. It was a very serious league. So I got to say they've proven themselves, and they're probably, in my opinion, number 1.
And really, they probably could have lasted a lot longer if they could have got an injection of money faster. I mean, by the time, I'm not going to say who the big guy was that bought into it, but if he would have bought in 2 or 3 years before it, they could have really done some damage. But he got in too late.
Yeah. Timing is key.
Timing is key. I'm going to go with the football league also, but I'm going with the all fun league, the AFL, the Arena Football League.
Arena football. I miss that.
Oh,
Man,
I'm
that
telling
was
you, that's fun. I mean, that was just like the name says, all fun.
Right.
I mean, catching the ball off the net, returning it, the speed, the quickness,
yeah.
the
fast plays.
the hits on the side of the walls,
Mhm.
that receiver coming in motion, being at full speed before they ever hit the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going with AFL as my favorite non-big league, and
That's
they've
cool.
lasted. I would say they filed bankruptcy this year. They've been playing AFL
Oh.
football for 30 years, probably.
Yeah, easily. Oh, maybe even longer than that. I remember being real young and a friend talking about it. They throw it off. It bounces off the glass. They keep running. It's smaller than a foot. It's inside,
Yeah, it's
So it was years before I realized what that was,
and just think, Kurt Warner, Hall of Famer,
Yeah.
out of the Arena League.
I was wondering how many came out of Arena League.
Well, you've had let's see, John Gruden's brother Jay. He was a coach. He was
yeah.
I mean, the Orlando team dominated everybody.
Yeah.
He was their coach. So that's how he ends up in the Arena
I wonder
League.
what happened there.
Well, he went to the Redskins, and Dan Snyder got involved. So,
Speaking of beautiful things, hello Joanna. She's watching.
uh,
I just earned some brownie points there.
call out. My phone died before the show, so I have
Uh-oh.
no idea what's going on.
And Laura's mad. No, I'm just kidding.
Laura's mad?
No.
Oh no.
She's still watching, I believe. But
Well, as long as she's
Hey.
still watching, she knows that my phone's dead and I can't respond to any text.
yeah.
So, so Larry, now we're gonna go the featured listings of the week.
Featured listings, yes.
Bam.
We had a very good open house on this one, and I don't think it's going to be on the market
Well, and
very much longer.
We just got announced a price
Right.
drop.
What is it?
We're gonna announce it on this show, right?
Yep.
$259,900 announced on this show for this
Yep.
listing that Brad's
From $264.9, so that's like what?
$5,000 drop.
$5,000.
Yeah.
So yeah, $259.9. You got 1322 Sycamore Drive, and it's three bedrooms, 2.5 baths, 1,902 square feet, swimming pool, a large deck, fenced-in backyard, 2-car side entry garage.
And there's not any water like this running
yeah,
past it.
nothing like this. It's all sitting in that beautiful pool.
Yeah, that's right.
And shoot, you almost have a party barge. You got a deck big enough with a grill, people, tables,
Everything.
and water. So that's
A lot of
entertainment
entertainment room. That's
Oh, yeah.
right.
So it has a lot of what you want. Master suites downstairs, 2 bedrooms upstairs with a loft, and I don't think it's going to be around much longer.
No, I don't think so. I think as soon
we're
as
talking right now with one.
As soon as I hit this button when we get off the show and drop that price, I think you'll see some movement quick.
Yeah. So, and that's right off of River Rock, so it's in a well-established neighborhood. Mature trees. A lot of people ask about trees. So there, just dropped moments ago to $259.9.
That's right.
1322 Sycamore Drive.
Yeah, that's it.
Call me.
Uh-oh.
JR's right.
Bam.
It's a great place.
All right. And here we go. JR, what are your top 3 non-major sports leagues? I can't get that picture to get bigger. All right. 2032 Abingdon Drive. New paint, new carpet. Corner lot. Laverne. Close to I-24. About 2,000 square foot. 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath with a loft. And really, whoever's upstairs could have a whole upstairs like master level.
Yeah.
It's got a loft, master bedroom, master bathroom. You would never have to come down and see your kids. You could just put a kitchenette up there in the loft and give the kids to the downstairs. So just it could be theirs. Or you could be downstairs with the whole rest of the house and send your teenagers upstairs. Yeah. And they would never have to come down like they really come down anymore anyway.
Right.
If there's video games upstairs, they're not coming down anyway. So
yeah. There you go.
Good setup. Ready for you to call it home. It's $265.9, and we may be announcing a price drop on that one today too.
Maybe. So I'm going to say, who's going to get it sold first, mine or yours?
I'm going to go with Sycamore's going to sell it. Yeah, let's help us win.
Yeah. Okay, so JR gave a shout out to the Micro Wrestling.
Oh, great. Yes, Micro Wrestling. And that is, Micro Wrestling is actually going to be at Whiskey Dick's here in a couple of weeks. So we got that found out the other day. What songs are we missing? I haven't been keeping up.
Let's see. Well, we'll know what songs we were doing when the lights go down.
I already got that one anyway.
Oh, well,
yeah. So we got that one and that one?
One.
Okay. All right. Oh, you could have got that one when you named your lovely wife.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
It's like, when you love a house as much as the ones we have listed, it's almost like when you love a woman. It's just good. Hard to beat.
I was going to somehow get that one into Valentine's Day since Valentine's Day is Friday, but you totally got me.
I had to get out of the way. Just sitting there staring at me. One left.
One left. I'll get it. I got it.
Who's the group?
Did you know there was such thing as a snow moon?
A snow moon? I didn't.
No. Snow moon's this really big moon over snow. It almost looks like a wheel in the sky. I mean, it's huge. Gigantic snow moon.
Yeah.
So
wheel in the sky.
I can't check comments because my phone's been dead. Yeah. I got a new battery in it. My phone still didn't last till lunchtime. So I guess I needed to figure out why my phone... It may be overusage.
Maybe. You ever turn it off?
No, it never
Well,
goes
it shuts off when it dies.
It shuts off. It turns itself off.
Yeah.
I guess I got to stop streaming radio stations from other cities in the morning.
Might be part of it.
Instead of listening to good local talk radio, I listen to talk radio from somewhere else.
Get other opinions.
Get other opinions.
There you go.
From other people. All right, local event.
Speaking of Valentine's Day, just a friendly reminder that it is this Friday, and I don't recommend waiting till Friday afternoon on the way home to go get a card and a gift because it's going to be very crowded.
Are you serious?
I do that every
you don't
year.
do it at Walgreens on the way home?
I do it at Kroger usually.
Kroger, yeah.
Publix,
I thought that was the way to do it.
Yeah. We are allowed. I just found that out after this past Valentine's Day. We are allowed to shop a few days early. Who knew? I never knew that. Just in.
I thought it was only birthday, Valentine's Day, Christmas. It was like whatever Walgreens or Kroger sold 20 minutes before you get home.
Right, yeah. Well, it was. It's not like Christmas where you have to shop the day before.
Okay.
We can go out a few days early. Who knew? And we have a winner.
Who's the winner?
Journey. He says, I love JR. I love watching y'all's video journey each week.
Oh, that's good.
He snuck it in there.
Did JR know that was a rule that we can shop for Valentine's Day gifts before Valentine's Day?
Well, he actually says he don't recommend doing it the day of either.
Oh,
so. Oh, Joanna said that. I'm sorry.
Oh, Joanna said.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, okay.
She is right. So there you go. But it's so much easier to choose when you have such a limited selection.
Is she the one that told you it was okay to go a couple days beforehand?
Maybe. maybe. But speaking of Valentine's Day, Valentine's Day concert at Mayday Brewery. Celebrate love with a special dinner. They have steak, 10-ounce strip steak, baked potato, veggies, Texas toast, dessert. It's all included. Starting at 5, ending at 10. $25 for one. Chicken dinner is 15.
So the way I'm reading what you wrote on your notes is this is not like instead of like a steak dinner for two is $50. This is a steak dinner for one is $25. So that means you're supposed to go by yourself find love.
Or if you really love her, you can split it with her.
That's right. I'll take this part of the steak. You take that part of the steak.
But you got $25 for steak, $15 for chicken, and pasta for $15. And that, of course, is at 521 Old Salem Road in Murfreesboro. They always got something going on. There's going to be music as well. So,
all right. I wonder if it's going to be the music of Journey.
We will see. They got a few good love songs.
I was about to say we missed one, but you got it early on.
Yeah.
Don't stop.
Yeah, I started that too early, didn't I?
Yeah, you knocked them out pretty quick. All right, news story you can't believe.
Valentine's Day. Yeah. What's the news story?
My phone died. I have no idea. No, the news story you can't believe had to do with something to do with another cow tasing. It happened again within a week.
Cow tasing?
Within a week.
That's becoming too common.
Yeah, last week it was a cop. Well, we got to go back. Last week's was a cop tased a dog because the dog attacked a cow and the cow killed the cop, right?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I can't believe it killed the cop. I didn't know that.
So that was the last week's. This one, the cow was running down the street and the police officer tased the cow, not the dog.
Yeah, I've seen people not get faced too bad by being tased, so I don't imagine it'd do a whole lot for a cow.
Well, it did something to this cow. It had an electrifying experience. Something about blue milk, and I don't know.
Started pre-cooking the steak.
I mean, I guess the milk was coming out curded, and the steak. I guess that steak would have been really tough. But no cops were injured this time.
Oh, good.
I think there was a dog. I'm sorry. I totally messed this story up. This is a cow story, but not a taste story. That was for next week. So, X-Nay, the cow tasing a story.
We'll edit that.
Edit that out.
Final edit.
We're gonna go. The story was cows trample lobsters on beach.
Oh, okay.
So next week we'll go back to this secondary cow tasing. This week was these cows. I guess it was a storm, hurricane, major storm, whatever. The lobsters were all coming into the sand, like coming through. Yeah. For some reason, the cows were running the beach. And millions, I don't know, probably not that many, hundreds of crabs and lobsters were like on the beach as these cows like stampeded the thing. Killed hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of crawfish. Or not
wonder
crawfish.
If they were crabs and lobsters were fighting for ocean dominance.
It had to be something because I mean there were crabs and lobsters and they had claws and all that.
I'm gonna beat you up. No, you're not. Yeah.
I wonder if they tried to claw the cow. I mean,
oh.
But it was like crab and lobster genocide. Maybe the cows and lobsters were fighting amongst themselves and didn't pay attention to the giant cows that were trampling them.
There you go. Well, they're probably not the brightest creatures on earth, you know.
No, they're in the same family as roaches.
I didn't know that. Makes them want more.
Yeah, roaches, crabs, lobsters, crawfish, they're all in the same, family.
I didn't know that.
They're actual bugs, not shellfish.
Really?
That's what I hear.
You're not helping me want to go eat seafood.
No.
My version of eating seafood is like anything that's deep fried. Yeah, that's seafood.
I'm going to verify this, but from what I'm understanding, they're in the same family of whatever.
That's like what they say, a banana or something. There's some fruit or vegetable that's like 50% of the DNA is the same as the humans.
Really?
Yep.
Now you got.
So imagine how much DNA difference you have if you share half with a banana. That 50% that makes us different from banana.
All right, now by the next real episode of the show, you've got to come up with what fruit this is.
All right,
we need more. This may be the news story you can't believe because I'll kick the cow tasings to the next week. All right. Wednesday morning, we will be promoting another local restaurant.
Yep.
Not Mayday. Morning Brew. Sorry, I knew what I was talking about, but my brain's not working. Morning Brew. And we're going to be trying some different things. I think Brad's trying some coffee. I'm trying smoothie and maybe some muffins. So we're checking it out, promote another local business. And if you know a local business we need to promote, let us know. We'll contact the owner or have the owner contact us, and we'll be glad to do that.
Yep.
Today
we're not asking for free food. We pay for our own stuff. So tell that owner that
it just gets promoted for free.
Legit promotion, yeah.
And speaking of promoting local business, we will be going to City Cafe in a moment to get a piece of cake.
Yep.
For their 120th anniversary, serving Murfreesboro and people of Murfreesboro with local eating. Yep. So, until Wednesday, that's Brad Fowler.
Yes.
I'm Sean Wright. We're realtors with Century 21 Wright Realty. We'd really love to earn your real estate business and work any referrals that you may have for us. We'll see you Friday at 12 o'clock. Brad Fowler, Sean Wright.